going on right now. Yeah, we're waiting for round number 3. It's 1-1, like Raghna was mentioning earlier. Next up is this one, Archsimkats Valley. Volshok has called a 2-minute pause 4 minutes ago, so I'm expecting this to start pretty soon.
Oh,
Yep, and Randy is
ready?
calling ready. Nice.
They're watching the replay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Narnak and LDM are in battle, so they're watching the replay. They want to see the build order of the other team.
Taking the most use of this pause. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a couple of other games. They went really late game onto this map, and then on the previous match, Pro versus DBS, it was over rather quickly. So
yeah.
I'm curious to see if they're going to stabilize. Or also interesting, they had Vehicle North. When we played DBS, we were expecting Vehicle North as well, because that's what they did against Pro. But the Genius, you struggle quite a lot against rocket bots. So I'm curious if they changed after losing to Pro, or it's against a different team and they play differently against a different team.
Well, they're actually right now looking at the replay, so they are rethinking their strategy right now, like you mentioned before. So yeah. They have to change a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of well, the monetary value is maybe not the most important thing, but it's still like route maybe, or an effect of like look at my.
They really want to win. Yeah, I mean you have to understand, like, a lot of these players they spend like a huge chunk of time playing this game, so winning the tournament is quite important. Regardless of the money, but the money, I mean, it helps a lot to bring everyone together here and to get everyone like extra interested in this. So props to OP Man funding this tournament actually.
Yeah, indeed. OP Man, the sponsor. Last season as well.
And we have a third, like we have a budget, right? We got 3,000, but I said, okay, let's split it over 2 events. Let's don't.
Okay.
So we plan maybe we'll announce a little bit later on. I think closer to the Christmas, maybe November, December. I think we're gonna do the third event.
Yeah, so you're looking at every 6 months, let's say.
4 months, I think.
4 months?
On average, right? Yeah, we did, I think, in March, right? And then we wanted to do in July, but, you know, I didn't organize my life around hosting this tournament, so I needed an extra month, so we pushed back 1 month.
Okay.
Right back.
Yeah. See you soon, Raghna. Okay, they are spawning in. It looks like DBS is still deciding on where to go. They're heavily drawing some pictures on the map. Always interesting to see. I'm trying to guess sometimes what are they thinking about. And I heard several people today mentioning that they would really love to listen into the communications of these guys. I think that would also.
That man is being really good. He is actually streaming, so it's really nice, I think.
Oh, he's streaming with the comms?
Yeah, you can get the one later on. That's pretty amazing. Cool. I think that's a big giveaway. I wouldn't think about like streaming inside comms. But they, you know, they hide the strategies early, but it's like it's true. Style because
it's giving away a lot, right? It's giving a lot of information, and in the way they play like that.
Yeah, on the way they think, the way they play. But then again, they are the best. So and they play quite flexible. They don't have like we went around with like certain strategies, right? And like
you can,
you know, we try to do things at certain time, right? They really do play flexible defense style. They just try to play the best.
You can actually see it as a sort of a flex, right? Like, you can listen in. We don't mind. We will still rush you. Yeah. 24 seconds for a round 3, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, it's best of 5. And then we will know the champions. I know you've won previous tournaments, Raghna. I don't know, yesterday evening I had a really good stream and I had Shisato and Narnu coming on and giving an interview, and I went to bed with a big ass smile on your face. Do you have like the same feeling when you're winning a tournament? Does it mean that much to you?
Rag might be away.
Oh, LSR! Fuck! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I haven't been much. I've been blessed into somehow getting into the. I proposed like one team. with like a Kali or CJ, like when we.
But
played
don't you
44.
switch as well? I see this I know that certain people switch teams from compared to last season.
No, we did like the first team I made. Like I was the one who suggested like the original barcode. I thought, oh, it would be really funny if me and and Raghna and Malady,
Yeah.
like would be a fun team because back then like I was like still like I'm not the best, right? So I've been extremely blessed. I just know some things. I know a lot about the game, but I don't play that often. No,
You're more on the organizational side sometimes, yeah, and IRL is also important, of course.
But the first tournament went really well, so we just sticked around and then.
And what about Barcode? Where did that name come from? What's
I thought it was funny. It's also from me, so I'll make it every name usually it's me. It comes from the fact that some players in StarCraft they do the barcode thing, right? You mix in the I's and the L's. For example, the idiot guy, right? It's actually an L, right? And you do the brackets, right? So
that's also a StarCraft reference. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a StarCraft reference, but it's StarCraft reference, but it's also bar, right? Because it's barcode, right? It's bar as in beyond our reason. So I thought it was
yeah. Okay.
Interesting name. So yeah, just went for it.
Yeah, cool.
Everybody said it's okay, so it's barcode.
And you said it's like a certain composition of units in Supreme Commander, then I guess.
Supreme Commander? No, I never played Supreme Commander.
No.
It's my first game.
In bar, but you said like oh fuck, I can't remember already. An I and an L, or an L and an I.
Yeah, L and I, and you also mix the one key above enter. It's the whatever the long I, which is like a slash, like a metal.
Honestly, I hope I'm not the only one of the 13 viewers that are with us. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's like you make nickname like this, and this. These are 3 different characters. You see in chat? Those are 3 different symbols, right? They're completely different. One is I, another is L, and one is symbol.
I think you're in somebody else's chat because you're not in my chat. Well, you mean Twitch chat or what chat do you mean?
Game chat.
Ah.
Or maybe you have spectator chat disabled, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I have it on, and I also, if I type something, it actually removes my thing from the,
Yeah. Anyways, people know what the barcode is. That essentially means like anonymous.
I didn't know.
player.
I didn't know. I totally
Yeah.
was, and I've been playing for over a year, so I think it's useful to ask these kind of questions. There's also a big history that I'm not aware of. This game has been around.
Well, barcode comes from some StarCraft. That's people just have barcode characters because you cannot anonymize in those games, right? So the only way you anonymize is by making a different symbols, right? Because it's hard to tell even if you see the nicknames. It's hard to tell which is it. Is it the L or I first? Because they look the same.
Yeah.
That's the idea behind the barcodes.
Well, I call them
yeah.
idiots. I see it as as I read it. Whenever I'm streaming, it's hey, idiot is doing that or stupid is doing that. I think stupid also was a name change, right? He's also a well-known player.
Sheep is original Mighty Sheep is stupid.
Yeah, it's those things that I have no clue about, right?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with whatever the OP Pro Lobby Potato meta is of like renaming.
Indeed.
There was one moment when everybody was named Panda as well.
Really?
Yeah, there was the Mighty Panda, Trash Panda. Trash Panda is the Recon, like our player, and then there was Sad Panda, and then suddenly everybody was like Panda for a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool. It's turning on quite like expected, I think, a little bit. Rocket battle in the south side of the map. Quite a bit of them, actually.
Well, was that man skipping lab this time?
Yeah, pretty close with Teddy and Florio there.
With pawns in and out. Seems most of the probably planning to go quick T2. I don't know where they're keeping their medal. I guess it goes to the Teddy a little bit. Maybe they're keeping for the Geo. Everybody's like doing the rocket bots.
Yeah, north and south. All rockets. The center is more of a grunt fight at the moment.
Yeah, for center you need to pivot, right? You need mobile troops. I mean, some rockets would be nice, but
Yeah.
Nanook's actually able to produce so many pawns to push them away, and maybe even get a little bit of a breakthrough. There's not much LLTs behind this. It looks like Daywalker tried to switch to the rockets, right, to get rid of the nasty LLTs, but yeah, those rocket bots will just.
He is causing them to move back now. With just 3 or 2.
A couple of the mexes, and you know, our Nanook actually gets all the reclaim field right there. The original fight, right? So.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of metal here on the floor, yeah. A little bit on Daywalker's side as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit to see who punches through first. Centralist doesn't looking good for Nanook though, he has to advance a little bit, but Daywalker is aggressive there.
Yeah, Pro's been holding north pretty well. I would say they have like the full control over the hill. But yeah, and you can see X Factor going T2 already, so they're the first one to tech. Chisato choosing to go air, so we likely see the classical T2 versus bombers scenario, which means air could get like a big advantage, right? If X Factor goes for like the boom geo and Chisato makes bombers and bombs, then that should be game. But yeah, it looks like Austin already has finished the T2 lab. Oh, they're doing transport. Maybe not a bombing run. Yeah, I didn't see the both teams going T2.
Yeah. So, LSR, I was wondering about this. You have quite a bit of egos in the team, you know? You're managing 2, I think, now. That you are, I would assume, the team leader in. But yeah, there's everybody wants to be the best. Isn't it hard to decide who among those 5 or 6 is gonna be the call guy? You know, there has to be usually one guy who says we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that.
I keep maybe people in the check. I don't pretend I know the best, right? We have the smartest guy in our team. The Raghna wants to do his own things, and yeah, I think from my perspective, I think Melody is really smart. So everybody knows that in a team, and yeah. And I just
so Melody is usually calling the shots then, or how should I see it?
No, Melody is the guy without the microphone. He's the most anonymous guy. He says sliders in chat every time, so he just makes like strategy and cooks. He was the one that came up with the sliders, to be fair. Nobody did this before. So yeah.
With dragging up and down the sliders to share energy, you mean?
Yeah, the communism. Nobody had thought about it before. So yeah.
Ah, okay.
So they did it in a 2v2 first time. That's the history. So usually cooks our strategies and does the effort. Raghna also obviously really active and decisive on the decisions. I just keep everybody mostly, I think, in the check. I just think I don't know if it's good or bad. And then yeah, I think Recon just plays. So he's just our like main carry, the sniper of the team. And Keg is just new to the barcode, right? So
judging by what you're saying right now, it's quite chillax and quite easygoing on the voice. It's not like you guys are screaming at each other or...
No, completely not at all. Everybody's keeping a good vibe.
Okay.
There might be some disagreements maybe at the start, but like, okay, what are we gonna do about this? But once tourney week comes, it's not like you have a choice. You have to work together. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who is right, who is wrong. You have to like a bad plan is better than having no plan, to be fair, right?
Yeah, but still, like, you mentioned, like, after the tournament or, like, between qualifiers or whatever, you have these meetings or you have a scrimmage or you're meeting your team. Part of that is probably looking at games that you played or replays. At that moment, yeah, it's quite obvious that you or somebody at the specific time made a certain mistake and has to be called out, to be pointed out, that, hey, you should have been done that.
Yeah.
Isn't that...
Our team is we're the nice guys generally. Only
okay.
Like, known for like to be a little bit rougher on the sides, but he's always on the meme side, not like...
Yeah. Okay, so it's more of a amicable group of friends on the barcode voice, more like that. Okay,
I mean, most teams will have issues with too many cooks in a kitchen, and we might have it last. I think if we have last, but this tournament we have kind of decided, I think this was. I enjoyed this tournament. I mean, I enjoyed mostly any team. I can't tell. I might have been like a little bit more or less frustrated than with the teammates, but as long as people listen somewhat to you have to say, everybody gets their say, then it's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually pretty hard. You would say like, oh, it's like different books. We need to do this or do that.
Mhm.
Right? You
Yeah, I
shouldn't
was
form
thinking
the
about
team
that
with
and
people.
exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. You know, there's certain characters and certain things you encounter in the game. You know, so certain lobbies can be quite toxic, I think. And yeah, if you translate that or combine that with the top players,
We're
you
not.
would
We're
expect
probably similar
maybe.
to Pro. Maybe Pro is like really the oldest team. They've been playing these games from like '98 or something. Like the Pro clan is literally 20, 24 years old, I think.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. They've been playing the TA since whatever. Like, of course, the roster has changed and there is new faces, right?
Hmm.
So it's not like everybody knows everybody, but
And who's the captain on that team? Do you know?
well, I mean, it has passed. Right? Randy is probably the
Randy right now.
oldest
Okay.
roster player, right? So he's been there for a
He's
long
the
time.
OG. He's the original
Yeah, he's
gangster.
the OG. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He
Okay.
has played every spring game in existence, and yeah. Like, he's also like a complet. I think he was something StarCraft professional, which is like a different caliber.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, and then you got like reasonably new teams, right? Narnuk has been hiring all of the best people somehow. Managed.
Yeah, it's quite impressive if you see the lineup of DBS, the lineup, those names: Chisato, Lost Dead Man, Narnuk, Mighty, TD, Teddy, Alston.
Teddy is a legend. Like used to
Yeah.
be always the best of the best.
Hmm? Yeah, and also like Hell's Hound, they had coming from the bench, also an impressive player, I think. Yeah, it's kind of easy like that. If you have access to all of the best boys, you can make the best teams, of course. Yeah.
I mean, they're still giving. It's not like then, like for example, like is LDM considered the best player? Probably no, but they still have him as a team to have fun, right? So
Yeah, and also I think somebody who takes charge and who is very active, I think, in deciding on tactics
he
and
plays
doing
good,
what
yeah.
to do. I've seen him spawn a lot next to Shisato these games. Not this one, but the previous 2 or 3. I think he was right next to him.
Yeah, it's usually if he has to provide the transfer, right? I mean, you can get away with weaker play. I would say like I'm probably also considered probably the weakest player. I played the least. You know, I cook as well. You know, have my opinions, but you know, it's not that great of the team. Somebody has to do a little bit more carrying because
Well,
there is no point having everybody like a carry. There is
well,
like for
it's still
the
a
way
team
that we
game,
shift
right?
resources now.
It's still much about working together. So even if you might be the weakest link or whatever you're calling yourself right now, it's still important to be there and to be able to perform and to help you out. I think I've seen you in one of my best performing videos at the moment on YouTube, where these commanders were going down left and right and front and
Yeah.
center, and yeah, that was you and Raghna right next to each other and just going for it. It's just a beauty to see. So yeah, no, don't underestimate your own performance, man. It was really enjoyable seeing you play.
And whole BARCODE started actually. BARCODE was like the not the strongest players, right? And they one of the things of BARCODE, right, as a team is just we, for example, I prioritized when like recruiting for the team is just we all have to be players from Europe,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because um, we're able to group up in the evenings, right, and play. Playing is more important, right? So we prioritize practice over raw skill, right? And
Okay.
we go for coordination plays. That's the
Mm.
idea. While famously, there was this team which has a lot of like a sheep and Teddy and a couple of other people's Chisato, for example.
Yeah.
Because we called those teams, there was literally called Time Zone Nightmare because the whole team is just like stardom, right? One is Australia, Chisato is in Brazil, right? They
Yeah.
never get to practice any because it's just like when nobody's on. They have one guy from America, one from Brazil, one in EU, one from Australia. It's really hard to get the games going, right?
Mhm.
Wow. So it's just
Yeah, something I heard mentioning yesterday as well. Actually, Chisato is in a quite good position on that front, right? He is good in European and in American thing. I
He
think.
probably just skips the sleep.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep.
Somewhat, no
That's
way.
why he's always online.
I mean, yeah. Shadow, you could say he's like the best currently, right? In 1v1 at least.
Yeah, he's
Plays a
proving it
lot,
at
plays
BPL.
really good,
He's
the best eco player.
he's the reigning champion two times now on
Yeah.
BPL, so that's speaks for itself. Huh? Well, the alpha I don't know about. He mentioned it. I have a few discords and tournaments that I'm in, but I must say, after these tournaments, I really have to remember to look up the Alpha Cup. I have to find that Discord.
I don't think Alpha Cup doesn't have a Discord, to be fair. It's just Jazz.
Ah, okay.
Jazz doing tourneys, so he just uses the official channels, more or less.
Okay.
But yeah. How's the game looking? It looks like
They transitioned to tier 2 already, so
DBS
15
will
minutes.
have the advantage. It looks like it reminds me of our game, just slow death.
Tier 2 lap, interesting, up at 15 minutes. Chisato is going heavily in the air. He's made a few bombers as well. And I don't see that many opposition in the air on the other side. He's going in already. It looks like. It's also something I think is more difficult in this game. The controlling the air units. It's still something I'm trying to get a hang on. It's really hard to give those guys the exact orders that you want to get the maximum out of those, right?
Yeah, I haven't set it up myself, to be fair, so I'm talking, but you can actually put, you can write a selector and then press one key to select all fighters or all bombers. I would think the new players would benefit from that.
Oh.
You can literally put all bombers on A, right? So if you don't have anything selected, you press A, and you can bomb. That's it. As I said, you can make the things easy for your game. It's just like it requires brain power to think how you want. Whether if you pinned it, will you use the key? But
yeah.
You can write a selector that selects all the bombers, and then
Yeah, but for example, there's this setting that you can do that. Well, basically, if you just spawn into a bar for the first time, and you select a unit and you right-click another unit, it will stop and start firing at that unit. There is a setting in the settings that makes that unit keep moving and firing at that thing. I found that out, I kid you not, 7 or 8 months after I've been playing this game. It was a huge difference in my performance, of course, you can imagine.
Yeah, but
so, yeah.
there's always these little things that if you make the game unfamiliar, of course set target is better, but if you make the game so the game, like, because people come in from other RTS games and they expect certain things a certain way.
Yeah.
So you have to provide that being the certain way. The game should function a certain way.
Yeah.
Of course, the game is so advanced that there's way better things once you actually understand the game. There's way better things you can do in game, right? But the player shouldn't be confused in this first hour while like the A and F is like different, right? It should perform reasonably well. Okay. Austin pushing in. 2 commanders already going to the front.
X-Factor Life's Boom Geo is going boom boom, I think. Oh, he's eating it. He ate it up.
I was not scared of the bombers.
No, he was scared of this plasma thing, raining hell and destruction.
Oh, plasma, yeah. Ooh, I didn't even notice the plasma. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the plasma's gonna be very annoying.
Yeah, it's fighting away. But it doesn't know that it's already gone.
Yeah, Austin with the spiders, like all the sheep thing getting in the backline. Yeah, doesn't look too great for pro.
Yeah, quite a bit of grunts there as well.
Spiders on both sides. Even though they held the line from the middle, they lost the eco advantage.
I think I saw a game in the qualifiers that one spider was actually deciding. Like on the left bottom corner, there was I don't know who it was exactly, but there was this huge base, and he just managed to do like this player is doing right now, get the spider on top of that hill, and just fire down on everything, and that caused the resign vote. That was one player out, and they were like, okay, good, GG. One spider.
Yeah, the spiders are tough to get off the hills as well if they sit on it.
Yeah, and can easily just get on the other side of a ridge or something, or use the cover to just not being shot at anymore. So yeah, like really
for
nice
example,
unit.
this spider, the bull doesn't even fire back on this spider. He's just able to
Which one?
camp on that hill. I just pinged. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Using the height advantage really good. Yeah, that's nice about Bar as well. It took that idea, of course, from its predecessor, or maybe its original, whatever, previous games. But yeah, I remember playing for the first time Total Annihilation and seeing those tanks climbing up a hill, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They actually have 3D model right now, and elevation and line of sight became an element of RTS games, and that's really being demonstrated here beautifully, I think. I really, yeah, Bar, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And like we mentioned earlier, it's kind of addictive as well. It sucks you in. You kind of forget everything around you when you're playing it.
Really good, right? You have to say
it's never boring.
From Total Annihilation, it's made by the same people. They just wanted to mod the game, right? So they made like a replay viewer, right? That's how like the spring game genre and now recoil has been born, right? There's a big history about it. This is something that this is basically Bar is a mod that's been kept alive for 20 plus years.
That's impressive, and the Lich coming in as well. Also impressive. Straight going for the T2 map. Yeah, it's gonna connect. No, it doesn't drop his bomb. What? X-Factor live missing there? Oh no, he's retreating with his Lich. Okay.
Yeah, he did drop the bomb to the sniper. Killed like one sniper.
Not that effective at the moment. But I was thinking, oh, this is an enemy Lich, and he's gonna get it. No. Apologies, I was wrong. North side still looking... Whoa, a lot of plasma going here. We have 2 rattlesnakes up.
Ooh, trying to hit the plasma cannon will try to hit the BP on the far side. Trying to grind them down slowly. Interesting.
It's nice to see the grunts doing a little dance here in the middle. Look at them go. Celebrating the early victory, maybe?
They're on the wrong team, yeah, but the patrol will...
Okay.
Also it's bombs, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get in but denied. Does get the Geo down.
Oh, nice Geo, yeah.
A rattlesnake, damn, difficult word. In the north is still raining death and destruction on the battlefield, forcing the pork back on the north side. It is Teddy and it is Narnuk there over there, maybe LDM a little bit of units as well. But they have to retreat a little bit. Look at Florio amassing up 245 grunts and going up still.
Yeah, he got gifted those dancing pawns. It's just keeping them from the defense. Maybe they'll try one assault, but...
Is they're going for it? They're going
for it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Just a fake, It
would benefit there is some mine layer now pushing, yeah. Teddy recognizing that he needs mines.
Yeah, a unit I haven't seen used yet. I think one time, like a game or two before by Chisato, who was also laying a little bit of a mine line. Jesus Christ. It's been too long, man. I have to end it soon. But yeah, we have a while to go, I think. This is only...
these players are trying to drag on to the 40-minute games by the looks of it. Like
23 minutes already. But yeah, that's what we're here for. Seeing interesting games, seeing long games. That's part of it, I think. And also something that is quite impressive, you know. Hours on end. I'm just streaming and I'm getting tired. I can imagine playing this game for hours on end is even more difficult.
Well, I think they're gonna break through with the nuke. The nuke is ready, right here, right? They're gonna just nuke the bottom. They don't have anti there, so all of that position is gonna break, and then Austin is gonna move in
for the kill. Maybe they're building it. Yeah, they're building it now. But it's 3 minutes away and they're stalling on the production.
Trying to reclaim the lab, but
doesn't
even get the lab.
A nuke, the first nuclear explosion of the tournament. Well, in any case, in the games that I have casted. Nice to see, to see. You can leave it. You can see it leaving it a big ass crater here on the ground. No, always nice to see. Sorry.
Pro nuked DBS in one of the games, right? So in the previous series, they managed to pull like the 14-minute nuke.
Okay, there was another nuke. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like a really early nuke on Hells, I think.
Oh, poor boy.
Now they're getting some revenge, maybe. They suggested the enemy that the nuke is pretty good.
Yeah, interesting to see they're moving most of their army to the exact same spot. Never nuke a spot twice, but at this moment it's looking quite juicy to drop one over there.
Well, it's still like a slow World War I fight. Looks like X Factor is going into the T3. Gonna try to get some razors going on by the looks of it.
Yeah?
But yeah, Chisato has been able to scale the Aphis like...
Yeah, on his
gonna
fort
finish
now.
his fourth.
And the count on the other side is only 2. He's already 2 times hit.
I made a little bit more fusions, but yeah. And Narnuk has been putting all of the place full with windmills where he can. Wind is really good on this map.
Yeah, aggressive windmills, yeah. Not really taking... Well, he has spaced them out a little bit, yeah.
Well, if you compare between the teams, then it's
Yeah, indeed. Much
different
more wind on
story.
the east side, yeah.
like
And they're getting
one.
through. Maras on the other side. Going for the back line.
Ooh, and no hits as well.
Pro is not looking strong at the moment. It's looking DBS going for 2 versus 1. Yeah, still, they're trying. They're trying. Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're going. Florio is thinking, okay, now I have to move in my... How many? 209 pounds. 209. Now, he's moving back again. He still waits. Nice to see the Maras. I like these units. I use them a lot when I play myself. Try to get to tier 3 as fast as I can to get these puppies out. Ha! Look at them go.
Brothers is kind of they're weak, but if you're able to quickly move in, they kill like stuff really fast.
Yeah, if you have good control, good macro of them, they can be really useful. Especially
It's
early
more
on in the
like
game.
a timing build, yeah. If you're able to get away with eco and run in somewhere where they don't expect you, might, like, you know, how far everything like explodes
Yeah.
really violently.
Yeah, I've seen it being used on Archsimkats in the game. I think AFF versus Pro. And yeah, they were just swimming in the sides, the Marauders all the way to the back, and yeah, game over. Or is it Gecko Island? Gecko Island, sorry. Gecko.
Gecko, yeah.
Yeah, with the sides,
from the
water
sides, yeah.
navels, yeah, the
Interesting.
navel.
Oh yeah. They gave the Marist for Last Dead Man to play. Last Dead Man doesn't have any bases or production at all. He has like one
Yeah.
ton.
Interesting to see, but a tactic that I've seen before actually, LSR. Yesterday we saw on Forge, I think it was Mighty Sheep, or I'm not sure about that, but it was one player who had no bases anymore. He was just macroing, I think 10, maybe 11 tugs at some point. That's it. And actually the other team, seeing that being done, repeated that tactic, and one guy gave everything he had in his base and just took like, yeah, macroing a few units in the front on him to
Otherwise,
counter
you can
the
only
enemy
watch
team.
so much and do so much.
Yeah.
With somebody like, for example, I think even on Erebus, right? Yesterday when we played, we got knocked out. Like Raghna got knocked out, and I just give them M army, and I focused on getting the air because we needed air, right? So I cannot like watch the air, be zoomed out, and try to figure out where they're gonna strike. I'd rather give my like one frontline army to Raghna if he's knocked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Important thing then.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's always, people don't realize, you can actually switch places in the map. So if you think, okay, I don't know, Chisato is on that hill, we need to put like, not me, for example, versus Chisato, but Raghna, right? And you can swap bases mid-game. There's nothing stopping you from him giving your stuff, you give me your stuff, right? We just swap places around and, you know.
Yeah, and something you see happening in literally seconds is so whenever somebody is losing a comm, it usually doesn't take 4 or 5 seconds to be given another comm, maybe somewhere on the other side of the map, and he can keep going. Yeah, and like the same thing, of course, with the entire base.
Oh, maybe game winning strike right
Yep,
here.
they're gonna end it here, I think.
Everything is pushing.
The
in.
Razors are too late with countering for the Maras.
The bomber is just gonna get the A%. That should be game.
Boom! Huge ass explosion there in the back.
Some abductors from Teddy. And GG's called.
Mm-hmm.
2-1 in the favor of Gunman Sheep team. So, yeah. Interesting how the tides turn. So they have still, if DBS just wins one more match,
Yeah, best of 5 is done, I think,
yeah. It doesn't
yeah.
matter that they beat, they lost 4 times in a row. They regained their confidence and their stance, but no. Cannot discount Pro going out.
Yeah, but it's not over yet, right? There's still one more map to go. It could be that Pro scores 2-2. And then we'll have some more. We'll see how it unfolds. Let's see the end cards. Is the design word isn't. Yeah, there it is. Chisato destroying enemy resource production. Mighty Sheep also on the board together with Lost Deadman and X Factor Live. Chisato unsurprisingly being the best eco on this final game 3 with over 2 million, 26 million. I don't know how much. With you can trust me, it's a lot.
Million billionaire.
Yeah, million billion stuff to do. And Randy taking the most damage. Let's head back to the lobby.